through quickly how we do our signature dish in the restaurant, which is a crispy deep fried egg wrapped in serrano ham with a little salad of baby leeks and capers and bacon. So obviously the first step is the poaching of the egg, and a lot of people are afraid on how to poach an egg, but this is the technique I use. I use a big pot, very deep, and the reason I do that is because as the egg falls it'll hold its shape, and a good dash of vinegar, and the vinegar, the acid in the vinegar just holds the white of the egg together. So what I do here is I wait for the water just to come to a gentle simmer. You just start to see movement in the water. And if the gentle simmer sort of moves the egg in the water, if I don't have the simmer, the egg's just going to fall to the bottom and stay there. So I just drop my egg in. I'm going to do 2 eggs at once, just obviously for speed. So what will happen is the gentle simmer will bring the egg back up to the surface and it'll keep its natural shape. And I do it for 3 minutes exactly, so I have a timer on for 3 minutes. So when the timer goes off, I'll take the egg out and I'll refresh it in ice cold water, and that just stops the cooking process. So the next step in the dish is the dressing, and I use smoked bacon lardons, which are just streaky bacon cut into little lengths. I fry them off. Just a tiny bit of oil. Obviously bacon has loads of natural oil, so as that fries, the oils will come out of the bacon. You want to get your bacon nice and crispy. This is a very simple dressing to do. All it is the bacon fried off, and you add some sherry vinegar, and I use a very good quality sherry vinegar. And the better the sherry vinegar, the more sweetness that's in it, and the better the flavour of the overall dressing. So this is a very good Spanish one. So crisp up my bacon, add the sherry vinegar. I use baby capers, which just add a nice saltiness to the dressing. And once that's done, I let the vinegar reduce by half, take it off, and add a little olive oil, and that's the dressing ready. So you can see there the bacon's starting to crisp up, and all that flavour's on the bottom of the pan. That's all going to deglaze when I add the vinegar. Starting to get nice and crispy. There's no need to move it around too much, just let it cook in the same spot. So you get that beautiful smell of the salty bacon. So I'm going to add the sherry vinegar now. As you can see, that obviously deglazes all the nice flavours that are on the bottom of the pot, and they go into the vinegar, and that gives you your dressing more flavour. And I'll just reduce that down a little bit, and what happens is the natural sugars in the vinegar become sweeter, and it just gives the dressing a little bit of a contrast between your salty capers and your sweet sherry vinegar. I just split that with a good quality olive oil. I buy my olive oil direct from Spain from a lady called Monica, and it's very smooth. You know, some olive oils are quite peppery, and the more peppery your olive oil is, the more it takes over the flavour of your dressing. So you want a very even tasting oil. So that's it now. My sherry vinegar is reduced down. And usually it's 1 part vinegar to 3 part oil. Don't need any more cooking now. All it needs is the capers. And that's the base for your dressing. Okay? So the timer's gone off on my egg. So this is my poached egg. And if you see, it's very, very, very soft in the centre. And what I do is into ice water, and that just stops the cooking process. And the key to this dish is the runny yolk in the middle. You want the customer to cut into the egg, and it's lovely and crispy on the outside, and then you just have that beautiful yellow of the yolk running over your salad leaves, and it gives it a lovely richness. So I'm going to just show you how I panny up my egg. 3 stages: flour, egg wash and breadcrumbs, and obviously my ham. Sorry. And you can use any type of ham at all: Parma ham, serrano ham. Obviously this dish almost has a breakfast feel to it, a lot of very familiar flavours. So I just cut a nice strip of the pancetta. Roll my egg up in that, like so, and then into the flour. And just the flour helps the egg to stick to the, or helps the egg wash to stick to the egg. Into the egg wash. Drain off any excess, and then into the breadcrumbs. And I use panko breadcrumbs. That's a Japanese breadcrumb, and it's just there's a lot more texture to it. It's not as fine as your normal breadcrumb. So that's our finished egg now. So I'll leave that there. Normally in a service situation, I have all my eggs done beforehand, and I leave them sit out so that they get to room temperature. So when I flash fry them, the yolk's already soft. If you were to take it directly from the fridge, the yolk would be very cold, even if you cooked it in the fryer for 2 minutes. So I'm going to drop that now. Salad, we use a frise lettuce, and that's quite a bitter leaf, but it works very well with the dressing, because you have your sweetness from your sherry vinegar, saltiness from your capers and bacon, and then just that nice sharpness from the leaf. So just dress up our leaves like that. You fry off a piece of black pudding. Lovely. I normally do this last second. Also I use baby leeks. These beautiful new season baby leeks here. And they've just been blanched in boiling water for 3 minutes, just till they're nice and tender. There's nothing worse than eating a leek, and it's sort of got a chewy texture. So that's our salad there. Sort of see, it's just very lightly dressed. With your nice fresh leeks, your capers, your bacon, and that sherry dressing, okay? Thanks, John. This is our egg now. So it's lovely crispy on the outside, and you cut into it and you have that beautiful runny yolk. And in the restaurant we serve that with a black pudding boudin, which is just regular black pudding. We get it in and we break it down and add a chicken mousse into it, and that just gives it a nicer texture. And then we pan fry it up. So to assemble this dish, black pudding in. Can I get some mustard dressing off you, John, please? Nice frizzy leaves. And just be as light as possible with the salad. You don't want the salad to feel very heavy and wet. And then I also put a little bit of whole grain mustard aioli, and that's just whole grain mustard mixed with a very light mayonnaise, and then we sit the egg on top. And that's Pichets' signature dish. Show you, if you're going to eat this now and you cut into it, you get that beautiful yolk running over the salad, and you get the lovely crisp outside. So